What's it like doing programming together and doing this reality show?
We've worked together for so long. You know, we worked together on Fashion Police.
Yeah.
Melissa exec produces Joan and Melissa, which starts this Saturday night, just so we throw
on
that
the TV at 10 p.m.
This is your fourth season,
It's fourth
right?
season.
Fourth season.
We have an In Bed with Joan.
We have our internet initiative. We also
started-
had all those years on the red carpet.
So does it make it easier? Does it make
QVC, which we work on together.
Does it make it easier, Melissa, to be working together so long? Like, do you guys kind of have a vibe?
We definitely have a vibe. We know how the other one likes things to run. We know what's going to set the other one off. I don't think we realize how much easier it is to work together to we're doing stuff separately.
Yeah.
And you're finally like, ugh, you know, it's like it's just easier. We have it's a business.
Shorthand.
It's a shorthand. It's a business. We know what to ask for. We know what we need. We know what we want, and we go.
Go ahead.
No.
It's just, and you can tell the truth to each other.
Yeah.
You know, very often when you have a bit, even as a business partner, you're still a little. You have to couch it a little more subtly. You have to be a little more careful. We don't have to give them a cookie and then tell the truth.
Although that would be nice for the mother-daughter
I was just
aspect of the
gonna say,
relationship.
Are there any ever
Sometimes.
problems with the mother-daughter relationship? I mean, that is necessarily somewhat of a fraught relationship from time to time, I assume?
Well, just don't come to work unless you look terrific.
Smashing.
Yeah, unless you look smashing.
Well, you
And
both
I'm
do, so
conversely,
that
I'm
would
like, I should be able to drag into work any way I want. It's my mother.
And we start at 4 in the morning.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now, this season, is this correct that you're moving in with Melissa?
No, she's
moved
been there
in.
for 4 years.
She's been there for 4 years. What is
4
that?
years.
What is that like living together?
Difficult. There's never anything good in her refrigerator. You know, after
never-
4 years. Wonderful.
Just everybody. Melissa was kind of looking away, like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, it's complicated.
Yeah.
It's very, very complicated. I am an adult. I do own my own home. I have my own child, and somehow
And a
it's
son.
become our home.
More than that, it's become a studio.
Yes.
We've turned it into. We do.
I basically live in a studio apartment over the shop, which is now called my bedroom.
So aren't you supposed to have moved on, though, from
Yes.
living with your mother? I mean...
So she came into my house.
So this
I
is
got
like a reverse of the
yes,
way...
I left home, and then
Because she couldn't hack it, so she had to move in with
she
you.
came
is it?
back.
Yeah.
We had so. You know, it's hard. I mean, I know you can do everything on the internet, but we do a lot in California, and I am a New Yorker, so I can fly out, and it's stupid to be in a hotel room when you're there first for just 2 days,
Right.
Then 3 days, and then it started where 2 of the 3 shows came out of the house, and it's a lot when your business is your home.
May I ask you about your return to The Tonight Show with
Yes.
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
That must have been
It was
a
amazing.
seminal moment.
Yeah, and I'm going on again in a sit-down position this Thursday. So, yeah, it was great. They invited me back. It was the first
How
time.
did that happen? Did one of the
somebody-
producers call you? Or?
Well, you know, I was banned from The Tonight Show.
Right.
Forever. And Jimmy, who I've done The Late Late Show, I think he just said, that's stupid. Bring her back. She is The Tonight Show in a sense. I am certainly part of the history. Only woman, only permanent guest host ever never had one after me, if you noticed. Leno never took a day off. He learned. And so it was very moving when they called me and they said, come on.
And what was it like to actually
Amazing.
go back on?
Well, first of all, I had left a sandwich 28 years ago, which shows you how they clean. It was still there. But it was very emotional. And then you see some of the crew that is still there. And it was, I had
much history.
gone on as nothing and came out. Literally, Carson said, you're going to be a star. So it was a huge thing, huge.
Melissa, what was it like to kind of watch your mom? Because you know, some of what she had to deal with and kind of being banished from The Tonight Show and talking to her about it. And to see her be back.
Well, it's interesting because people always talk about like it was this big, huge, and it was, but in the moment, it wasn't like we sat around all the time going, oh, she's been banned from The Tonight Show. It was never really part of our daily lexicon, but when they said, coming on, it was more exciting that she was going to be on the first night of Fallon.
Right.
When he took over The Tonight Show. And then suddenly you realize, oh my God, this was such a seminal, it was almost a backlash. We didn't really think about it that much in advance. There was no master plan. It just worked, and then you realize the emotion of it and how amazing it was.
And people caught on to it immediately. Were surprised about it.
We didn't think anybody was even going to put 2 and 2 together.
So, Melissa, your show works on multiple social networking platforms.
Yes.
How do you feel about sort of working in all those various media, and how are you getting all the content to put on there? And is it, I mean, it's obviously so different than when your mother was on The Tonight Show. How's that working?
I think it's great. I'm a firm believer in digital programming. I believe very much in full-on second screen experiences. I know myself how often I'm sitting there using my tablet or my iPad while watching a show and finding out more information. I think, especially because I have a teenage son now, so that's really how he views and how he watches. And on one hand, it's especially coming out of live programming with the red carpets, it's strange to think there really is no more or very little real-time destination viewing.
It really has changed a lot.
Except for major sporting events and things where there's a result that you need to know live, where everything else is truly a multi-platform thing. So when you're creating things and coming up with shows, I always think now, what's the broadcast play, what's the cable play, what's the digital play? And I really feel like we're going to see so much more programming that's multi-layered.
What do you guys think about the programming that you really created? I kicked upon it a little bit, the red carpet programming. You guys created the Who Are You Wearing?
Yeah.
When there were disasters on the red carpet.
You're the first one who said it. The New York Times came out and said, that's a stupid thing to say.
Shallow
Thing to say, to ask.
And now you're network journalists all asking
and everybody says, what are you wearing?
And now you have the biggest of the big saying,
what are you wearing?
Who are you wearing?
Who are you wearing?
Even less grammatically correct.
And even the stupid ones they teach you what they're wearing.
Is it disappointing, though? Because I feel like I watch the red carpet and nobody makes mistakes anymore.
Well, that's why we did Fashion Police, which was Melissa's idea, because you want to tell the truth and you want to have fun. And everyone is so perfect now on the red carpet. And they all know my jewelry is by Winston and my dress is by Carolina Herrera and on and on and on. And you go, oh, where are the good old days where they came?
Cher.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you got what a Bjork as a chicken. I know it's a swan. Or Celine Dion came in a backwards men's suit. She thought she was so hot that time. I am hot. She looked like an idiot. And it's sad the way they all look good.
Is there anything on the TV that you haven't accomplished that you'd like to accomplish?
Oh, everything.
Well, your movie, my mom's sort of discovered the digital world, and especially as
Does that
a
mean you're
comedian.
tweeting and on Facebook?
Well, and moving comedy forward, we're launching a big digital play. As announcement to come soon. On what we
you can do it now if you want.
Just among friends.
In the sense of really, again, as my mother did with cable and with the red carpets, content-wise, really pushing forward on what you can say and what you can do. I mean,
So can you give us some sort of taste treat of what that might be?
It's going to be funny, and nobody's done it. It's like the red carpet.
Nobody's been funny. That's true.
Nobody's
been funny as you, that's for sure.
The way we've done it on the red carpet.
Yeah.
But I love, the future is,
digital.
At my age, future's digital. And if you don't figure that one out, just look at what everybody under 15 is doing. There's no question
It's
about
fascinating, right?
It's fascinating, and like I said, I go back and I watch my son, and he's got the iPad
tablets,
and the TV, and there you go.
Well,
and
business, retail, QVC, which has been so amazing for me, and we did in 21 years over $1 billion worth of sales. We now do 27% through internet, no longer direct. Which amazes me that they're not even listening to me say, this is fabulous. They're just going on there and finding it themselves.
So I have a question. So in terms of reality TV, I'm curious, Melissa, who you look up to.
Oh, God, in terms of reality TV?
Or do you not look up to anybody?
Which poor slut do you look up to?
Who do you
That's what reality TV is.
Who do I look up to and who do I watch and what do I watch are very different questions.
Pick whichever one.
Okay, what do I watch?
Yes.
Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders making the squad.
Oh my God, she does.
That's what I watch. I do not
even know what that is.
I don't
That's
look up to. I don't aspire to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
But you like it.
But I love that show.
Joan, what about you?
Oh, I'm so ashamed. Lock Up.
Lockup.
It's so good.
I didn't know that's not a reality show. That's more of a docu-series.
It's reality.
No, she didn't ask you
when
docu-series.
They're sitting there in solitary.
But that's a docu-series. That's different. That's my favorite. Docu-series. Reality is like Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, Honey Boo Boo. In the beginning, I adored.
How about your grandson? Is your grandson going to go into the family business?
Well, he's on the reality show.
He's on our show. He's on the show. I'd like him to become Larry David.
Well, okay.
The money is
good.
Writing.
So he needs to write a Seinfeld type show.
Right.
I think it's going to be